Hello guys, this is Eric again on the YouTube channel. Beautiful day this morning, back in Vegas from a long trip to the DR. Some of you have already seen the videos, you've already seen the pictures and the food. It's a great place to live, and we're transitioning there. So first of all, I'd like to welcome to all my new YouTube subscribers. You guys can share this channel with others, your friends, or whoever's thinking about moving to this country. And there's just a few things I wanted to kind of point out and just kind of suggest for a few minutes, because I don't want to leave nobody with the misconception that it's an easy transition. There's certain things that a person must do to transition to another country. You just don't wake up and say, okay, I'm going over here. No, you got paperwork to do, you got people to connect with, and you got people to contact. I found my transition would be a lot smoother and a lot easier because I have some really close family and friends that actually live in the Dominican. And they actually live there all their lives. Some of them was born and raised there. Some of them are living here in America now. Very, very sweet people. Make the transition a lot smoother when you get on ground and start figuring things out. We still have to go to the consulate in LA, or we're gonna figure that out, because when you go into another country, they want to know how long you're going to be there, and they want to know the address that you're going to be at and what is your purpose for being there. So we're going to figure all that out. But the main thing I'm thanking God for this morning is that we were able to accomplish two of the main things that we wanted to accomplish when we went there. And that was to open up a bank account, and that's what this trip is all about, and to find a place to live. So we've done all of that. And we're so happy that we were successful in getting that business done, because that was a big piece of the whole part that we wanted to make sure that we did to make sure that everything will go flawlessly. We went into one bank, Bank of Popular, and they was trying to tell us that we need 5 letters of recommendation to open up a bank account. So that kind of like put a snare in it, but you know what? My mother always said, one monkey don't stop no show. So we end up contacting a friend, my friend Nick, who lives in the Dominican. He called another guy, who in turn became our realtor, who walked us through finding a place. We worked at a few places, but we finally found a place on our last day there. I tell you, God is so perfect. And we love this place. We can live with this place. And when you're renting, remember one thing, everything's negotiable. But if you rent and you stay more than 5 to 6 months, the rent goes down drastically because you're going to be there. Got to keep that in mind, because everything is negotiable. You're in a third world country. And so, the prices are negotiable. We were able to negotiate a good price for those 6 months that we're going to be there, and in the process of looking for a permanent residence that we're going to be staying at. And also, another thing I wanted to mention to you, we decided not to ship our car, because I'm not paying $8,000 on a car that's only worth $15,000. So that's out the question. We're going to sell this car before we leave here. God's going to send us a buyer, and we're going to be done with this car. And when we get there, we'll get a car. But we're not in a rush to get a car, because like I said this morning to some of you, Uber ride is only $1. Sometimes 50 cents, $2, $3, all over the city. Then if I want to get a bus from Santiago to Punta Cana, it's only, what, $7? I can go all the way through the whole island. $7, $8, no more than that on the bus. Motor coach, nice, comfortable restroom. So I mean, you can't really ask for more than that. And the place that we're gonna be at, we're staying at, is walking distance to all the restaurants, the supermarkets. So we had a good prime location, a prime spot. So you gotta consider all that when you're gonna transition. It's all about the neighborhood, the people around you, also the noise, because half the country commutes on motor scooters, and mopeds and motorcycles. I mean, I'm talking about hundreds of them. So I drove from Santiago all the way to Punta Cana, and the Punta Cana back to Santiago to the resort that you guys have seen. It was a good ride, but going to Santo Domingo was the worst part of the trip, because there's traffic like New York City on steroids. It's traffic like California on steroids. Everybody's got somewhere to go. But when you get outside the city, just like being here in America, you got open freeways, open roadways. It's good to go. You can get some gas if you have to. So that's why I'm glad that we're not going to be living in Santo Domingo because there's too much traffic. And I can't. I'm kind of claustrophobic. I can't stand being all tied up. You can't get around. So yeah, so that's just one of the things. That's why we're not going to live there. We're going to be in Santiago, which is a much better place for us right now. Plus, we have our mission partners there. We'll be working along with the orphanage with these kids. But we got to get ourselves set up first and get ourselves established first before we go further. So that bank account is very important. That you make sure you got a bank account. You have to have a place to stay. Okay. Also, health insurance. If you want to come to the DR, you got to make sure that you have good health insurance. We sat down with the health agents who hooked us up with another person, who connected us up with another person. And one thing I noticed about Dominican people, they're some of the kindest, sweetest people I've ever met in my life. I'm telling you, sweet as they can be. And the connections is, if you know one person, your family, then you know another person, your family. Before you know it, the relationships all connect. The dots are connected. I've never met a bad Dominican. If you'd be good to them and treat them right and be respectful, you got a friend for life. And I must say, these people, they love on you. They hug you. They're sweet. They don't say one thing and do another. I'm quite sure you're going to find some bad people in every group. But you just got to know your surroundings. And when you get the good ones, stick with them. Because them are the ones going to be a blessing to your life. So I'd like to thank God for all of my Republican homies, my family, and my friends. I'm going to let you know this morning, I love you dearly. And I appreciate all you do for us and how you've come along and helped us. Appreciate it. Good looking out. And also you guys that are viewing the channel, if you want to make some donations, help us to make this transition, that'll be beneficial to you. But I'll wait till I get some responses before I figure out where the funds are going to go. And we'll just go from there because I'm not a person to be begging, but I will put my hands out every now and then and say, hey, help a brother out, because everything costs. So again, welcome to all my subscribers. Also, so I covered the bank account, I covered health insurance, and I covered the cost of rent. And I'm going to be covering a lot more as we go along. Now, also, the health insurance is like the health insurance you've never seen in your life. It's on steroids. You can pay into your health insurance for the first 5 years, and then if you don't die, nothing happens, they have a percentage where they give you a whole lot of money back. They'll give you what you put into it because you haven't died. The health insurance, they take the money as you invest it into the Canary Islands or something like that. But for the most part, you get money back in your pocket for your health insurance. They have something what you call universal health insurance. That's unlimited. And I think it's like $314 a month. That's all it is. And you got covered. Your vision is covered. Your dental is covered. Your medical is covered. You got top tier hospitals. Top tier. That means you go in a hospital, you're going to have your own room. You're treated like a VIP. VIP status. You can't get that even in the United States. And when I say universal, every country you go to, and we needed this because we're going to be in Germany in 2 months. So we need to make sure if we get sick or something, we covered. So we got universal. We go back and forth to the United States, see our families and peeps. We're covered. We're covered wherever we go. And a lot of insurance companies won't cover you abroad. And plus, I got 2 or 3 coverages because I'm still covered by the VA, and also I'm still covered through my job. So, I mean, where I look to the left, look to the right, I'm covered. So that's a good thing to have coverage. Also, the death benefit coverage is really good. So you got to look at the policies and see what's going to fit best for you. But don't forget, you can't just run up to another country and don't have health insurance, because what happens if you get sick? And a lot of these people in the Dominican, it's a third world country, they can't afford top tier health insurance. So they have to wait in line or to figure out a way that they're going to get paid before they even see you. So it's just something to think about as you progress, as you come, as you rent, and as you make your journey. But I'm going to tell you something, it'll probably be the best move you ever made when you get out of the matrix. The matrix will rob you. They will steal from you. When you retire, you can't live off what your retirement in this country because it's not made to benefit you. It's not made to bless you. It's made to keep you broke, busted, and disgusted. So many people, they so broke and they walk, they squeak. I'm serious. I mean, and you work all these years. I work almost 30 years of my life, and my pension is good, but it's not top tier pension. So I'm really, really glad that I can live a comfortable life in another country and put money away at the same time. I'm estimating all my expenses. I should be able to put at least $1,000 away a month. For 6 months, that's $6,000, baby. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a big difference living abroad. There's some places, even Colombia is cheaper than the DR. It's a place in Colombia, but a lot of these places are dangerous. So you gotta do your research, do your homework before you go. But in the meantime, you can live in a beach, in a beach country. Man, I'm telling you, the Caribbean is one of the best places. I mean, I was telling my friends the other day, when you're in the Caribbean, the DR is sitting in the middle of the Caribbean just about. And I look to my left, there's Cuba. I look to my right, there's Puerto Rico. Along Puerto Rico, there's Cakes and Caicos, or wherever that place is, those Canary Islands, St. Marcus, Bahamas, Jamaica. I mean, the places are absolutely beautiful. And it's just a boat ride where we are. I mean, we can get the plane, but sometimes I like to get the little ferries and just go get on a boat for a couple hours and go over. And enjoy life. Life is to be enjoyed. Life is to be enjoyed. Also, make sure you have your passport and it's up to date, because we're going to apply for dual citizenship, and there's a temporary green card we're going to have to apply for when we get there. We have to go to Santo Domingo to get it, because we're going to let them know that we're in the country and we're going to be citizens. And there's some requirement to be citizens. First of all, you got to make sure you got some money coming into their country. It's going into your bank, and you have a stable, solid, reasonable income that's coming into the bank. That's number one. Number two, you got to make sure that you have a place to stay, a place of residency, so they can know, are you going to be here, or are you going to come here for 3 or 4 months and just take off? Okay? And the taxes in the DR is a lot cheaper. It's just pennies on a dime, just nickels and pennies. And also remember the great exchange rate. It's one of our dollar to 50, almost 51 of theirs. I will repeat that. One of my dollar to almost 51 of theirs. So no matter retirement and everything hit that offshore account, man, it's gonna be hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. All day long, all day strong. So, man, if you can get out the matrix, man, I'm telling you, I mean, I can't stress, I'm gonna end this video, but if you can get out the matrix, that's a beautiful thing. Life is a lot better, your health is better. I love the DR food because it's organic. Even the eggs, I've had eggs that were completely yellow, and I said, well, is this bad or good? Good. Man, I looked at that egg and looked at the American eggs. Because, here in Vegas, it's only the good restaurants get the best eggs, and we get what's left at the grocery stores. They get the top tier stuff. So it's something to think about. You're not top priority when you go grocery shopping. You done pay $200-300 on groceries, and you still don't get the good eggs I'm getting for pennies on a dollar. So anyway, another thing I want to stress, all you that's consider moving to another country, especially to the DR, buy your TVs and ship them. Buy your sound bars and ship them. If you get them there, it's going to cost you. I'm telling you. $300 TV will probably cost you maybe about $800 or $900 over there. Because when you're shipping stuff in, it's going to cost you more money. And I'll be covering that in some further videos that's coming up. How to ship, what to ship, how to handle that business, because that's a very important piece of the whole thing. But I'm just saying, much as you can ship, and in one load, all your stuff, all your new stuff, whether it's coffee pot, whatever it may be, bring it with you, and you'll come out a lot cheaper. I'm telling you, you'll come out a lot, especially when you're talking about electronics. So anyway, I hope I was able to give you some information that you can take and enjoy. Hit me up in the comments thing if you got some more questions. I got answers for you. I'm an eyewitness. I just came back from the DR a couple of days. We're going to spend another 30 days in the United States, and we're going to be back out of the country again and get set up. I spent 15 days in the DR, and then we're going to be hitting Germany. I'll be covering the whole trip. And I hope, like I said, set some information that you guys can really, really enjoy. I'm still in the process of packing, getting stuff packed up, and getting this stuff moved out of here. Just a lot of work needs to be done, but it'll be worth it all. It's a blessing to know that I got my bank account set up and I got a place to stay. I won't be homeless. So you guys have a great day, and stay blessed, stay safe, and take this information and don't let nothing stop you. If you want to get out of the matrix, I beg you, get out of here. Because life is a lot better offshore. Believe me, get out of this country, get out the matrix, because all they're going to do is just rob you and rip you off from your health insurance to your life insurance to your rent, all these bills, all this pressure. If you can get out the matrix, man, I'm telling you, that's a beautiful thing. So in the meantime, peace, love, and happiness. One love to all my subscribers. If you like what you heard, hit the subscribe button. Let's stay in contact, let's stay connected, and we're going to walk you right through this journey with us. Thanks for being here. Peace.